Welcome to today's deep stretch yoga. My name's Nikki. For those who don't know me, you can start yourself in a nice Shavasana position, taking some nice deep breaths. If you're watching this video, if you need a little more time to relax, you can always just pause the video and then join us when you're ready. But today we will be completely on the ground. We don't need any props, no blocks, no straps. So just have some water handy. And just let yourself take those deep breaths that allow you to relax and melt deeper. And I'm just going to join you here for our first few breaths. We're setting our intention today, allowing our body to melt. But remembering we're not pushing into any pain today. So just listen to the body, listen to the muscles and joints, and see how deep they want you to be today. Keeping the breath slow and steady. Help you get deeper into those poses, especially on those exhales, but also help relax your mind as well. When you're ready, we're going to inhale and pull both knees to the chest and just start with a little rocking side to side. I love this little feeling on my back. If you want, you can start drawing some little circles here. Going just one direction, any direction. And then we're going to switch sides. Going the other direction if you're doing those circles. Feeling this in that nice little sacrum area. And then we're going to come to stillness. Inhale, pull the knees in. Lift the head, tuck the chin, little squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring the feet to the ground, and we're just going to roll onto any side so we can roll right through into a nice tabletop position. Setting the hands up below the shoulders, knees below hips, finding some length from crown of the head to the tailbone. Let's take a nice big inhale here. Nice big exhale, strong core. Inhale, this time lift the head, lift the tailbone as you sink the chest down for a cow. Exhale, tuck the chin, puff up the spine for cat. Doing a few of these at your own breath pace, always inhaling up to cow. Exhaling to cat. One more of each. Last one, really puff up. Feel this in that upper back. We're all going to meet that nice neutral tabletop spine. Walk your knees mat width apart, big toes together as we exhale, send the hips to the feet. Walk the hands out in front, forehead to the mat here. In a nice child's pose. Take a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, melt and press the chest towards the ground. Sinking the hips. Just letting them be here. Melting and releasing. So knowing that we've got a quick 30-minute practice today, you want to take every moment you can to enjoy your breath, enjoy the pose. When you're ready, we're going to lift just the forward off the mat so I can walk my hands over to the right side. Really reaching with that left arm, and when you find as far as you can go, you can drop your forward to the mat. Just let it hover. Feeling the stretch on that left side body. Reaching a little bit more with that left arm up and over. Doing one more big deep slow breath here. Good. Inhale, lift the forehead up. I'm going to walk the hands back through center, and then over to the left side. It's okay if you bend the left arm, but really stretch out that right arm, drop that forehead, reaching it up and over, feeling the stretch along the right side body. Still letting the chest and hips sink to the ground. We're just adding this little twist. Taking your last big deep slow breath here. Keep the breath pace slow. When you're ready, lift your forehead, walk it back through center, and look up. Keep looking up as you reach your hands forward, lifting the gaze, just a little bit of a back bend here. As you inhale, slide the hands back towards you. Let's come back up into a nice tabletop position. Walk the knees in. I'm going to walk the hands forward just so I can drop the hips. So I'm just in a nice low plank. Find some length here. You can release the feet. Give me a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, slowly lower all the way through the chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, just lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, come down, stay here. Inhale, come back up to baby cobra. Releasing the glutes as we lift up. Exhale, come down. One more of these. This time we're going to hold it up here. You're going to slide the elbows under the shoulders for Cactus Pose. And if you find yourself sinking into those shoulders, press up. Palms are flat, shoulder width apart. Gaze is in front of us. Glutes are relaxed. Feeling a nice little stretch along the front of the body. One more big breath here. Good, and then I'm going to come down, walk the hands under the shoulders. I'm going to do my left side first just because that's the side you can see. I'm going to bring my left arm out into that cactus. You can also, as you play around in this pose, we're doing broken wing, you can slide your arm up. You can also straighten your arm depending on the intensity here. I'm going to look towards my left side or right side, so bring the left ear to the mat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll fully on my left side of my body. So I tuck my bottom knee in and then the top knee. The right hand is just in front of me supporting me, and we're pressing into that left shoulder. This is a deep, deep stretch where you can walk your hands out forward, or keep it in that nice cactus, or even straighten it. I find cactus is a little bit of a better, deeper stretch. If you want to go deeper, you can lift that right arm up and over, going into that bind, bending the elbow palm faces away from you. So we try and look up and over towards that right shoulder. Remember, this is a deep, deep pec stretch, so just listen to your body. Don't twist beyond its wants and needs. Just breathe into that shoulder. Good. Just one more big, slow, deep breath here. And if you've got that right arm in a bind, I'm going to bring it back one leg at a time. You're going to straighten your legs, rolling back onto your stomach, bringing your hands underneath you. We're going to inhale just up for a little baby cobra. Exhale, come down, right ear to the mat. Right arm comes out into cactus or whatever pose you feel comfortable with. And then you're going to roll right onto that right side body, pulling your bottom knee up. And then the other knee, stacking them on top of each other. So you're lying on the right side of your body. Again, this side may feel different. So just listen to that shoulder. Listen to that pec. You want to go deeper again, you can lift that left arm up and over, bending the elbow palm facing away. Going into that bind as we look up and over the left shoulder just a little bit. Remember, those are options. Breathing deep breaths right to that right pec, that shoulder area, that whole complex, and adjust that arm if you need to. Good, just one more big deep breath here. If you've got that top left arm in a bind, bring it back in front of you. Straightening one leg at a time, rolling back onto your stomach, hands below shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, press yourself up into a nice tabletop, and then we're going to come to a kneeling position. If kneeling does not serve you, please come to cross-legged, because the main part is we are going to actually work on the shoulders. I'm just going to turn to face you. So we are getting a little bit of an ankle stretch by sitting here, but by all means, sit cross-legged. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up. As we exhale, cross the right arm underneath the left elbow, hooking X elbows going into eagle arms, binding your arms around, twisting around once or twice. or bringing hands to opposite shoulders if this is too intense. Pulling those arms up, those elbows should be shoulder height here. Sitting up nice and tall. Give me a nice big inhale. Let's lift the arms up just a little bit. Exhale, let's crunch the elbows down to your knees or to your legs if you're cross-legged. Let's do that 2 more times. Nice big inhale. Lift up. Maybe a little back arch here as you lift the elbows up and over. Exhaling, coming down. 1 more of each. Nice big inhale up. Last one. Bring the elbows back to shoulder height. Standing nice and tall. Good. Releasing the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's switch sides. This time, as we exhale, left arm crosses under right elbow, making that X, twisting once or twice around, or releasing the hands. Finding the elbows at shoulder height. Yes, just a little bit of that upper back stretch. When you're ready, let's inhale, lift the arms up. Elbows pull up, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Pulling the arms away from the body, so we're getting that nice upper back stretch. Inhaling, pulling up. Nice, slow, gentle movement here. Looking up with that gaze. Elbows pull up. Exhaling, crunching down. Good. 1 more of each. Last one's coming down. As you inhale, bring the elbows up, shoulder height. And then we're going to release our arms. Just give those shoulders a nice little roll one way. A little crunchy here. And then the other way. All right, so if you're on your knees like me, I'm just going to roll to one side. So we're all going to bring our right leg in front of us. We're going to be doing a deer pose, or it's a hurdler stretch. So the front leg is not super important where it is, as long as it's in front. And then the left leg, I'm going to pull my knee so my knee is in line with my hip, and I want my ankle to be directly behind my knee. So let's start by trying to just sit up right here, pressing in to that hip. Right, this is our very traditional hurdler stretch. Let's make it more our deer pose. So I'm going to push that left hip down, pressing it down, and I'm going to walk my hands behind me, and I'm going to walk kind of on that back angle, kind of back away from my legs. So you feel a nice stretch right here across the side in that rotator of the hip, a little bit in the hip flexors. Keep that right leg pressing down though. Lift with the chest, maybe bring the gaze just slightly up to the sky. That's it. One more big breath here. Good. I'm going to bring my left hand out in front, and I'm just going to walk both my hands forward so I can just fold in front of that right leg. You'll feel this almost like that pigeon stretch on the right side. Just one more quick breath. Good. Walk yourself up, and we're going to go into a seated figure 4 stretch. So I'm going to swing my left leg around, planting the foot. It's okay if you're not quite facing the front, but I will just for the sake of the video. And then I'm going to lift the right ankle up overneath. On top of that left knee, I'm just going to face this way. So if you find yourself struggling, press up, or if you have to walk yourself deeper. Now, if you want to deepen this stretch, I'm going to walk that foot in, or maybe walk the hips to the feet. So you're going to walk the hands up, sitting up nice and tall here. Really focusing on that nice external rotation here. I like to do a little rocking side to side. I'll just show you here. Just a little bit, slow and gentle. You see as you go in and out of that hip stretch, you change it just slightly. Again, listen to your body. Listen to what it's saying. You find a spot that's like, oh, that's good. Stay there, stay there. Otherwise, you can keep rocking with me. Good. Let's find some stillness. One more big inhale. And exhale. Good. Releasing that right leg. So the left leg should come out in front now. Right leg comes behind you. Again, the left leg is just kind of out in front. If you want it parallel to the short edge of the mat, you can, or maybe a little in. You're going to pull this right knee back in line with the right hip. And that right ankle is just behind the knee, the inside of the foot on the ground. So just start off trying to keep yourself upright. You'll feel probably a little bit on that inner thigh, right? This is that nice hurdler stretch here. So let's push that right hand into that right hip, really push it down, push it into the ground. And then I'm going to take both my hands and walk them behind me on that angle, left and behind, as I lift with the chest. Feeling this, again, you might feel a little on the inner thigh, but right in that upper hip, pushing it down to the ground. Keeping the left leg on the ground this time as well. That's it. One more big breath here, guys. Keep it strong. Lift with the heart. Good. Let's walk our hands forward. Kind of square yourself off and let's fold just briefly forward into a nice little forward fold, like a little pigeon here. And let's walk ourselves back up. This time I'm going to swing that right leg forward. I'm going to plant that right foot on the ground so I can cross the left ankle above the right knee. So we're going into that seated figure four. Again, I can walk my foot or my tush to each other, walk the hands in. So I'm sitting up nice and tall here. Hands are supporting. Lifting again with the heart. And you can add that little rocking side to side in that hip. This is a nice, juicy, deep stretch here. That's it. Kind of go a little deeper if you can here, whether it's walking your hands together or pulling the leg a little bit closer. And again, if you find a spot while you're rocking that is nice and deep and feels great, you can hold that stretch. You don't have to rock with me. Everything is an option. That's it. Let's find some stillness just for one breath. Good. I'm going to release both legs down. I'm going to, again, just turn to face you. And I'm going to bring my legs into a nice wide-legged forward fold. If you want, I know some people like to turn their mat and keep their feet on the mat. So just focus on sitting up. I know a lot of people tend to hunch here, but let's start by just flexing the feet. Let's get a little more hamstring in here as we inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding over in front of you here. Just walking the fingers in front, maybe doing a little side to side here. That's it. And find some stillness, keeping the feet flexed, letting the head go. One more big breath here. Then I'm going to walk my hands over to my right leg. And this time I'm going to point just the right toes. If you can, reach your foot. You're going to press your right hand into your foot, accentuating even into those toes. Getting a little bit of a deeper stretch here in that foot. The left foot still stays flexed. If you can't, just point the toe and grab your calves right wherever you can on your legs. By pressing in, we're getting a little bit of that tibialis anterior stretch. Still focusing on that hamstring. Letting yourself melt closer and closer to the mat. One more big breath here. Good. Releasing that foot. Stay in this fold. Flexing both feet now. Bring the right arm to the outside of that right leg as we sweep the left arm up and over. That right arm is supporting us whether you're on the elbow or the hand. We're making sure we're not collapsing in here. We are reaching up and over to our toes. So we're getting a nice stretch down the entire side body, all the way down to that hip. Core is tight, but you shouldn't feel any strain on your spine. That's what the right hand is here for. Keeping those feet flexed. So still deep in that hamstring as well. That's it. Looking up, maybe just a little to the sky. One last breath here. When you're ready, we're inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold forward again. Let's do a little swing side to side. Find some stillness here. That's it. Just one more big breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to walk ourselves over to that left leg, trying to square our chest off. And we're going to point just that left toe. If you can reach your hand to those toes, pressing into the tops of the toes as you point, really focusing on that nice tibialis anterior stretch. Still folding into that hamstring. Making sure your hands are supporting your body. We don't want to aggravate anything, especially the back. Melting a little deeper, and as you melt, maybe you can reach a little farther deeper, maybe reaching more into those toes. No, we're just folding here, pointing the toes. Last breath here. Good. I'm gonna release my hand, flex the foot, bring the left hand down to the ground behind me as I sweep the right arm up and over. This time stretching deep that right side, reaching the fingertips, but keeping the shoulder locked down. So I feel this stretch right down to the side body and that hip. Maybe looking up to the sky. Again, hamstrings are at play here, side body stretch. That's it. Exhale, melt a little deeper. Lift that armpit to the sky. Last breath here. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, bringing the hands to the feet for a nice Baddha Konasana. Maybe walking your hips towards your feet a little bit. Using your arms to open up a little deeper here. Just feeling these inner thighs open, making sure we're not hunching around and keeping that nice flat back, hinging just right at the hips here. Trying not to shrug the shoulders as they add a little extra pressure and a little extra weight. One more big breath here. You're gonna come up, you're gonna pull the knees together. I'm just gonna flip. We're gonna inhale the arms up and we're gonna lower ourselves down to the ground for a count of 4. Try and keep that back nice and flat, core tight. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms drop overhead, release the legs, point the toes, reach the arms up. Reach, 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 and then pull the arms back into a nice cactus pose here. Elbows in line with shoulders and at 90 degrees. Let's pull the feet back to the mat and walk the feet mat width apart as we start to windshield wiper here. Going side to side. Making sure both legs go the same direction. Making these big or small as you want. Doing this nice little release here. Good. Let's do one more each side. we're just gonna pull both knees over to the right side, looking to the left. And if you want to go deeper, you can pull the left knee to the right knee, lifting that hip up a little bit more. You can also straighten that left leg. Just adding to the twist. Making sure that left shoulder is staying on the mat. If not, pull it back down, even if you have to come out of your twist a little bit. That's it. Letting yourself twist open deeper and deeper on those exhales. Maybe letting your eyes come closed here as we start to begin to work our way to our closing. If your left leg is straight, bend it. Let's lift both knees back up through center, making sure both feet are hip width apart still, or hip width, mat width apart still. And we're going to drop both knees over to the left. Gaze can come to the right. Again, eyes can be closed here. You can stay here if you want to go deeper. You can bring the right knee to meet the left knee, letting that hip drop more. You can also straighten that left leg if you want, keeping the knees together, twisting a little deeper, but pressing that right shoulder into the mat. That's it. Exhale, melt a little deeper. Enjoy one last breath here. If your leg is straight, you're gonna bend that knee. Let's just pull both knees up, walk yourself back through center. Then let's bring the feet nice and wide, palms facing up. Let's just do some little ankle circles here one way. And then the other way. Good, let's release. Let's go right into the wrist rolls here. Again, you can lift the hands up a little bit more. Pick a direction, roll it out. And then switch directions. Let's relax the hands. I'm just going to rock the head side to side. Again, go as big or as small as you want. You got a little bit of a lumpy head like me, that's okay. You'll feel it. Every little bump and groove. Just working through some of those neck muscles. Good. Come to stillness. As you inhale, just lift the head. You're going to clasp your hands behind and then let your head drop to the ground with the palms underneath you. Elbows come wide, just like you're at the beach here. Just a slight heart opener here. Lifting to the sky. Your pec should already be nice and loose after broken wing. Good. One more big breath here. Then without lifting the head, I'm going to slowly slide the fingers apart, letting the head come to the ground. Bring those arms back down to cactus pose, so elbows and armpits at 90. And then keeping the hands and arms on the ground, I'm going to try and pull my elbows towards my waist. Notice your shoulder blades pinching, a little bit of a heart opener here. Just come as far as you can up. Shoulders should be underneath you here. Bringing the chin maybe up to the sky. Just for one more breath. And release the hands by my side, let the shoulders go, and just find your Shavasana here. Enjoying this final resting pose. So this is a quick class. So keep in mind, if you've got time to stay here in Shavasana, please do so. even if you've only got 5 more deep breaths. Otherwise, I'm going to finish up here. Bring my hands to prayer position at heart center. Continue on with my nice deep breaths. I thank you and your fellow yogis for showing up today, enjoying this nice full body deep stretch, getting kind of into the hips, the shoulders, releasing the back. So I hope you enjoyed, and I thank you for bringing all your love and energy and light to today's practice. From the light of me to lighting you, namaste. So remember, stay here. Even if you've only got 5 more breaths left, just enjoy those nice deep breaths. And when you're done, don't forget to move gently and grab some water and have a great day.